Changing private payrolls up 229,000. The unemployment rate, though, rises to 4%. We'll break that down in just a second.
Will there be no more jobs in the market? The landscape of employment is undergoing a dramatic transformation, and the future of work looks increasingly uncertain. Let's take a look into the future of the job market. No more ID cars, no more tagging in and out, and no more 10 to 5. Gone are the days when employees could expect to spend their entire careers with a single company, enjoying job security and steady career progression. Today's workforce is facing a new reality characterized by shorter job tenures, reduced loyalty, and a constant fear of looming instability as well. This shift is reshaping not only how one works, but also how we view various careers and plan for the future. If one is to talk about changes, one of the biggest ones in modern employment is the steady erosion of job security. According to the data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average tenure of young employees today is less than a third of that of baby boomers who are exiting the workforce. This stark contrast highlights a fundamental shift in the employer-employee relationship. Companies are no longer prioritizing long-term relationships with their employees, and the nature of jobs have also seemingly shifted from full-time to part-time. In simple language, it means that the great dream of finding a job and forgetting problems is long gone. What is to come is the great era of finding newer jobs. But what about the younger generation? Younger workers have indeed realized that changing jobs every few years is often the best way to advance your career and secure higher pay. This jumpy mindset contrasts sharply with previous generations' approach to career building. When the older generation was looking at staying at a place for a longer period of time, it has become unfashionable to do so now. The rapid pace of technological change has made some jobs obsolete while creating new ones, leading to a constant state of push and pull in the job market. So when the parents scold you for changing your passions every year, ask them to be quiet, because it is the need of the times. It is in this scenario that some companies have begun to intentionally promote fear of job losses as a motivational tool. A study conducted by economists at Manchester and Cardiff University found that even when actual layoff rates remained stable, perceived job insecurity increased. This manufactured job uncertainty is used by some companies to push employees to work harder and be more competitive. Sounds intelligent, right? However, this strategy does have its downsides. While it may lead to short-term productivity gains, it can result in increased stress, reduced job satisfaction, and ultimately much higher turnover rates. This, of course, does not end here. Research by Peter Capelli, director of the Wharton School Center for Human Resources, found that the time and money spent on staff training within companies has fallen drastically over the years. The data showed that in 1979, the average worker received 2.5 weeks of on-the-job training annually. By 2004, this had dropped to just 11 hours, mostly consisting of safety training rather than skill development. A follow-up survey in 2011 shockingly also revealed that only 1/5 of workers received any on-the-job training at all within the previous year. Such low numbers when one thinks about the future. So even if one is a graduate from Harvard or Michigan University, nobody cares. Literally, nobody is looking at big names in the CV except for the skill one possesses. Workers are now easily expected to invest their own time and money into training and skill development, which only adds to their personal burdens. Companies now prefer to hire employees who can hit the ground running and avoid the longer times they spend on training them. This again is disadvantageous to those who lack specific skills or experience. Such a tricky situation. Even if an employee wants to develop their own career and stay relevant in a rapidly changing job market, it's harder than finding a treasure. Looking to the future of the younger ones, the rapid advancement of automation and AI is likely to introduce even more uncertainty to the job market. many routine and repetitive jobs are at risk of being automated, potentially leading to widespread unemployment in certain sectors. As AI capabilities expand, even knowledge-based jobs may be at risk, as it might require workers to constantly update their skills to remain relevant. However, the transition periods could be challenging for many workers. AI could fundamentally change how work is performed, where they would require humans to adapt to new ways of thinking alongside intelligent machines. ChatGPT has already been integrated into Siri, so you know what's coming to your mobile phones soon. As employment becomes more uncertain, there's a risk of worsening the existing inequalities. Those with in-demand skills may thrive, while others struggle to find even basic employment. The ability to continually learn and adapt may become crucial, which in the long run would be potentially disadvantageous to those without access to quality education or training resources. So no more learning from the elders, like they say, because elders did not live in the job market right now. Hopping on a journey to find passion and a calling does not seem like a bad option, right? It is within these numerous platforms that preparing for an increasingly uncertain employment landscape will be crucial for workers. Embracing lifelong learning and regularly updating skills will be essential to remaining employable. Developing the ability to quickly adapt to new roles, technologies, and ways of working will be invaluable in a rapidly changing job market. It is not only natural that personal reputation and networks may become even more important in securing new opportunities. As various job tenures shorten, workers will need to focus on building their personal brand and maintaining a strong professional network. Developing strong financial management skills and building emergency savings will also become essential skills. The future of employment is likely to be characterized by increased uncertainty, but this doesn't necessarily mean a depressing outlook for workers. But is it necessary to lose all hopes just yet? Clearly not, guys. The ability to continuously learn, adapt, and reinvent oneself professionally may become one of the most valuable skill sets in the future job market. And also, being the jack of all trades as well. The shift away from traditional employment models may lead to more freedom and flexibility for many workers. The ability to work remotely, choose one's projects, and balance work with other life priorities could lead to improved quality of life for those who can successfully navigate this new landscape. Also, the shift of workspaces with the expansion and extension of AI is something that cannot be taken for granted anymore. Necessary changes from the individual side have to be made so that one remains relevant. It's like what Dickens famously said in the opening lines in Tale of Two Cities, as it was the best of its time, it was the worst of its time. Only time will tell if one stays or disappears into the abyss of irrelevance. So what do you guys think? What do you think will happen? Drop your views in the comments section. Until next time.